So here we have the Jaguar XE on a 17 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some of the controls on the inside of it from there. From the outside, you can see it's a four-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. We're going to start off in the boot area of it. First, as we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors and plenty of boot space as well. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in. And as I mentioned, we'll run through some controls from there. Now that we've done a full circle of it though, you can see it's in fantastic condition and a great looking car the whole way. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials first of all. Over on the left-hand side, we have the speedometer. We have the rev counter on the right-hand side. In the center at the top, the digital readout for the speedometer. Beneath that, the trip computer. We have the fuel gauge and coolant temperature gauge there as well. And at the very bottom of that section, the total miles, they are 57,335. And to the right-hand side of that, it will show you what gear this car is in. It's an automatic. We, of course, are in park at the moment. If we back out to the steering wheel, over on the left-hand side, we have buttons that will change the information that's displayed up in that section there. We've got our stereo controls, phone controls, cruise control, and speed limiter. The plus and minus paddles so that you can change up and down the gear manually with this automatic gearbox. And then into the center, the main screen for the car. So we're on the home screen, which comprises of these two separate screens, this being the main one, where you can access your media. You'll see there we've got DAB, FM and AM radio, auxiliary input. Once you've paired your phone, we've also got Bluetooth audio. Pairing your phone is easy. Hit the phone button. And then, of course, after that, select yes, which we're not going to do at the moment. We have some climate control settings on here, so you can determine the direction the air is being distributed in. You also have control of your heated driver and passenger seat, both of which have 3 separate heat settings on each. And we'll come back to that in a bit more detail in a moment. And then lastly, on this screen, we have satellite navigation, as you can see. So we have the physical controls for your climate control. So this is where you will actually adjust the temperature. So for your passenger temperature, driver temperature, you can increase and decrease the fan speed. When it comes to the direction of the air and the seats, as soon as you press that button, it will open the menus on that screen that we saw just a moment ago. Air conditioning is on at the minute, so that's off, back on again. Or you can, if you wish to, just hit auto. The car will then take full control for you to maintain those temperatures, which you can override whenever you wish to. With the volume for your stereo, the start and stop button for the engine. You just need to make sure the key is in the vehicle with you. The gear lever or gear dial for the fully automatic gearbox. So we have reverse, neutral drive and a push and twist for sport. Back to park again. When you switch the ignition off, which I'll do in a moment, that will lower down. We can turn off the stop and start. We can change the driving setup of the car, depending on the road conditions. Turn off our traction control. We have an electronic handbrake, and then underneath here, 2 cup holders as well. If I press this button, as I say, you'll see that that dial will lower down. And again, of course, when you start the car up, it will rise up ready for you to drive away. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Surrey Specialist Cars. We'd love to hear from you.